Hello everyone, this is Defacto Review with me, Jargal Tampatarja. This week we will cover two events happened last week in Mongolia, as usual. First, about the Transport Forum, International Forum held in Mongolia in Ulaanbaatar, Shangri-La city, for 4 days. Second, the budget for new National Cancer Center is outlisted. They're not going to make money to give money to this project. So these are two topics I would like to cover today. First, about this International Transport Forum happened first time in Mongolia. Good thing is Mongolia had tried to have a broad dialogue with all the regional related people, country, companies about the transportation issues in Mongolia. 4 days conference in Shangri-La Hotel held, and the first day they discussed about road and land ports. Second day about the railways network. Third about air transportation. Fourth, logistics. I will today discuss only two of them, a road and the railways network. First about the road, our auto road. Mongolia is to be Asia-Europe transit logistics. That's what is the Minister Byamtsokt, Road Transportation Minister Byamtsokt said. And we need to broad and develop border crossing points. We sometimes call it also ports. There will be railway crossing points. There will be new auto road crossing points. Good news, he said, that now Mongolians can go buy our cars, trucks, everything all the way to Tianjin, which was impossible before, under many reasons. That means Mongolian trucks can go through Russia and through China. Good news. Mongolia had joined International Land Port Convention, which gives a good chance to make several land ports in the country, including in Samaimak Center. Related feasibility study is already started with the cooperation of World Bank and UN ESCAPE. That means Mongolians will have 5 vertical corridors connecting China and Russia. And there will be also 2 horizontal corridors connecting also Russia, China, through Mongolia on from west to east, which will be mostly used, I think, for domestic purposes here. All transits go not only in between China and Russia, but it will go Asia and Europe, because it's 2 weeks shorter and much cheaper to reach Europe through this railroad rather than through ocean and having a long time. On the railways, according to the minister, for the last 4 years, we have 900 kilometers railways more, which makes total 2,020 kilometer long railways through this country, out of which around 1,000 is only belong to one company, Ulaanbaatar Railways, which is a joint venture by Russian government and Mongolian government. And now we have, they outlined 3 corridors. They will add now 2 additional corridors throughout from the north to the south of Mongolia. Another thing, nice news was, I think it can be done much faster than any other project, because it has not to do with negotiations with other countries. That is Ulaanbaatar-Harhoring railways. 384-kilometer long railway project is being studied now, which is good news for passenger and cargo across the country traveling. Here, to make railways corridors, we need also to raise an issue of gauge differences. Maybe because the gauge differences, the railways already done to the Chinese border are not being connected with Chinese railways. We don't know. The politicians say that they will do it today and tomorrow. They have been meeting the high-ranking officials, and they say that in 2 months, 3 months. But however, 2 railways already made to the border a year before are not yet connected. So we don't know actually what is the real problem behind, but 2 railways are not connected, which is very unfortunate. That means we have had locked so much asset into the things which is not working for already more than 1 year. It will be seriously impact on the bankability of that project. Unfortunately, that's what's happening. The 4th day also of the forum, they discussed about the cross-border facilities. It is a matter of customs, tariffs. It's a matter of border regulations, documentations. It's the compatibility of data. So many issues. That's what they have discussed on the 4th day. However, this railway connections, I would like to say my own opinion on that, because according to the White Book of the Belt and the Road Initiative of China, Mongolian Central Railway corridors to be developed. This is the only sentences they are officially highlighted or made in this book. But this project had not started. They took many years. Probably it's the only line, Belt and Road project, which is not started yet. Only talking more than 10 years. However, I have heard, I know that there was a trilateral working group on this issue. First, it was held in Moscow on July 29th under the auspices of Minister Ivanov of Transport. They preliminarily agreed the outlines of the Central Corridor, and they agreed also to make next meeting in Beijing in mid of October, which had not happened. Why? Nobody knows. And which they plan to have 3rd meeting in Ulaanbaatar in December. The 2nd meeting in Beijing is supposed to talk about the cargo volume through this corridor. China had delayed. It means they have not yet estimated or not sure about the feasibility of this project. Or whatever it is, they haven't done this meeting. In Ulaanbaatar, they're supposed to talk about the financing of the project, which logically delayed once the Chinese one had not met. So one thing is clear. This corridor idea in between China and Russia, between Asia and Europe through Mongolia is rational. It's cheaper than any other things, very competitive. Even the other railways coming through Russian Siberia, Russian Far East, and even through the Kazakhstan. It's the shortest way. So it means that we need to make these railways in cooperation or with the participation of China and Russia. The problem is here, Ulaanbaatar Railway, which is joint venture, as I said, of the 2 governments. On the Russian side, it's owned by Russian Railways. And this Russian Railways has been promising for the last at least 15, 20 years they will invest. They haven't done. Why? Now they have no money. Don't wait for RJD to the Russia Railway to invest because they simply don't have a finance. Why? They have stopped several projects, including one in the eastern Siberia. The other is in Tova, immediate northern border in northwest of Mongolia. They were supposed to make a 400-something kilometer long road in between Kuragino and Kyzyl. In between Kuragino and Kyzyl, the capital city of Tova. They have made a very firm beginning in 2011. Like our politicians, they made a very firm opening, and they even laid 1 kilometer along railways. Anyway, one thing is clear. Russia Railways has either no money or no will to develop this central railway corridors. So, but there was a good one idea about to announce tender for Bogd railways, which meaning that they will take away railways around Ulaanbaatar, in south of Bogd Mount, which is in the south of Ulaanbaatar city. They will go to the new airport side and all the way go to east, which will solve many issues like Ulaanbaatar traffic jam. Because the other day, we had a full stop of all traffic in the country, in Ulaanbaatar city, for almost 3 hours. The reason? Because this railway through Ulaanbaatar had increased their trains somehow substantially, 40% or so. So they had to stop and hold the traffic jams. So I suggest this Bogd-Hang railway project, on which they promised to announce international tender. That's to be done. That international tender is for any foreign companies. It would be good if China and Russia. It will be even better if they have some joint venture, or the third neighbor countries' investment. Because at the end, this is a very much bankable project. Through Mongolia, if they increase the capacity up to 60 million per year, or 60 million tons per year, or 100 million tons a year. If it's 100 million tons a year, there will be more demand and more capacity and more money, and it will be very bankable. And current capacity of this railroad is only 30 million. And they are overdoing it. Now they have had already 32 million by this time of the year transport through Mongolia. So this is the issue, and it would be the best to have this tender done as soon as possible, instead of waiting just a Russian railway invest alone. That would be my take on the first issue of Transport Forum of Mongolia. The second topic we covered this week is the extension of National Cancer Center. There is only one old building made late 70s in Ulaanbaatar city, and it's the only one cancer center for Mongolia. It has only 219 beds. And they have now 3 times with higher load than before. What happened? Before it was only 300 people a day. Now it's 900 or so a day coming to this clinic. Why? Because Mongolian government had announced an early detention program, which is correctly, of course, detected many cancer. Unfortunately, many of them at the late stage, and people didn't know that they have a cancer. Now they know, and the load is increased. Interesting fact, for the last 5 years, this small country of 3.2 million people, for the last 5 years, 32,000 people got cancer, almost 10%. Then 22,000 died for the last 5 years, which means that annually we have 6,000 people having cancer, which is dramatically high volume compared to the population. So in this facility, there is almost no space for installing new equipment. Nothing to say about the equipment. There is even no place, no space on the first reception area to walk, and to find the direction is here difficult. The building is, I said, very old. There is a lot leaking of pipes in the basement, for example. And knowing that situation, the administration of this center and Minister of Health asked the Minister of the government to give money for the second hospital, which was refused so far. And instead of national center, one national center, they make over 100 cultural centers around the country. So, priority, you think. So many people getting cancer, and we, instead of a cancer center, take care of cancer center, we make more cultural centers all around the country. I did not get the point. So we need that new building. Hopefully the budget will reconsider now, because we are now in the budget this circle of the political decision making, and hopefully they will reconsider the decision and make new or second National Cancer Center. That's in general what I want to tell you on the second topic. So we have covered for this week 2 topics. First, about this transport forum in Mongolia, International Transport Forum, first time. And the second, about the need of next clinic, National Cancer Center. Thank you very much for being with us for this week, and see you next week at this time. Bye now.